I knew when I started this channel that I would receive a lot of backlash. I am a very small content creator talking about a lot of larger content creators with massive fan bases that aren't in the best mental state. I told my story anyway because it's the truth and it needs to be heard. Victims of the Epstein files are theorized as not coming out and speaking against the crimes they've been victimized to because of fear of retaliation, fear of being called a liar and not being believed, and smear campaigns, all of which have happened to me. Shortly after I discovered this human trafficking circuit and started speaking out against it, I was nearly murdered twice. Later, I was swatted, and more recently, a man has began a smear campaign against me. This one dude who started the smear campaign against me has like a stereotypical 30s villain's mustache, and he once mocked me for talking about how I'm afraid of a woman who is armed with a fully automatic weapon. He's like, "You're a strong man. Why are you afraid of a woman?" Well, because I don't have any weapons, and she's armed to the teeth with an arsenal. So I should have blocked him there because he was making fun of me for being a victim, which is just downright villainous. Um, but more recently, he gave me one of the most unfactual, hateful comments stating baseless claims against me, saying I made statements um, I've I know for a fact I've never made. He went on to call me a Belle Delphine fan. I literally have a video titled "Belle Delphine is not interesting. She's a child predator and she belongs in prison." This dude has some clear vendetta or comprehension issues as he was making defamatory statements against me about situations I'm clearly not guilty of and telling me that I made statements I know I never made. It felt like a smear campaign to me. It's people like this that make victims too afraid to speak out. I'm portraying an honest um, series of events in my life, and this man is trying to witch hunt me for it. It seems like he's trying to protect someone. Jeffrey Epstein sent emails encouraging his allies to try and get victims into legal trouble to save himself from getting prosecuted, which is what the smear campaign is. That's currently what's going on with me. I'm not guilty of hurting anyone, but still, these violent trolls are trying to condemn me over their misinterpretations of what it is I'm saying, and it's sickening. I have felt distraught ever since this man accused me of such heinous acts. My story is disturbing, and I understand why it upsets people, but if you're showing your anger to me, you are mad at the wrong person. You need to take streamer Pokemon's advice and believe victims. I am a victim of human trafficking and nearly have been murdered for it. Naturally, people are inclined to get upset at information that they don't agree with. It's so common in human nature. That's why fans of these big content creators are targeting me. I'm waking them up to a narrative they aren't ready to accept, and they're going through the 5 stages of grief because they're in denial and they're hostile with me. I have never lied to anyone on this channel, but I can fully understand, based on the reaction of these people on YouTube, why these victims are terrified of speaking out against all these violent people. Just like the president will call them liars, a lot of viewers are doing to me. I have never lied on this channel once. It's to the point where if you call me a liar or say I'm wrong about something and don't bring proof, I'm going to block you. I literally have messages, multiple messages of someone who is clearly friends with Belle Delphine threatening to end my life shortly after I started telling this story back in 2022. I live my life in fear every single day that talking about how I've become a victim of human trafficking and how law enforcement has done the very bare minimum to protect me will be my undoing. Luckily for me, though, there are people who believe me, like my psychiatrist, some police officers, and my lawyer. And that means more to me than random strangers online, but I still think I should tell the story because one day people will see this as a survival story. And the people I mentioned who believe me, some of them have the ability to fact check for me better than your Google search ever will. And that's why I feel good about it. Like, my lawyer can confirm that it was Belle Delphine that sent me 11 DMCAs. And the police officers can investigate and find out that is factually Belle Delphine's Steam account. So one day, this will be seen as a survival story. But for now, I have to live in fear that a violent fan is going to try to silence me. All right, bye.